Welcome, everybody. Today is going to be different because I made up my mind, first of all, that I would know ahead of time what I'm doing. And Kenny not only cooperated, but he made sense of it. And we planned carefully how to introduce you to all the people in this painting. And I'll tell you all about it as we go ahead. But in the meantime, let me just begin. I'm going to paint today as well. And I would like you to see how ideas come, because all of you, all of us, have ideas when we're children. And the world tells us it's not for you. And something inside of us knows they're wrong, but we don't know how to go about it. And I knew at a very early age, when I was 8 years old and Hitler came to Vienna, and I'm being Jewish, it became a dangerous world for me. And I knew it was only because people didn't know who we were. And I decided that my job in the world is to make people know who we all are. Because when Kenny once asked me, "Mom, why do you only paint real people?" the words that I didn't know about popped out of me, because if they knew us, they wouldn't hurt us. And so I own all of the people in this painting. I know them well, and you will get their whole stories. And I didn't know how to go about it. And I spoke to John about it. And I said, what techniques exist where I could have people know the wonderful theater that you wrote for me? I call it a theater because you did the story of my painting life. And this is part of it. Okay, so let me begin first with the people I'm about to put in, okay? Kenny, could you show the new paints?
I sure can.
I cleaned my palette. I washed everything, even my hands, which were filthy afterwards. And I want to show you how this begins. First of all, the people from the Historical Society, Carol Adamo and Carol Lee, promised me that I could do something. I timidly asked, instead of asking you for a photograph, could I draw you? If you pose, I'll give you the drawing eventually, when I'm done with the painting. But this way I get to know you as I don't with a photograph. And so I would like to begin by showing you the first person, Carol Lee. I haven't done Karen yet, but I did Carol Lee, and I would love to show her to you and then show you where she's going to be. Can you need the big sketchbook? Thank you. It's the lady with the beautiful long hair in back. No. Give it to me and I'll do it better. Okay, darling. I'm not going to paint her today, but I'm going to paint some other people I have in here. I just want to show you. Wait. You'll see these all.
I can take these so you don't have to hold.
No, here she is.
Ah, perfect.
And she's going to be right here.
Wait 1 second.
Yes.
And where is she going to be?
right here with the hair. I'm doing it wrong. I should stay with the people in this corner and then go back.
Right. Later, because we can move the canvas.
Exactly.
Everyone can see. Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'll begin right here with this. Before you show it, let me tell this. There's a little boy named Laser, and he's an athlete. He was an athlete. And he had a seizure while he was playing, and he died here in Long Beach. And there's a huge controversy because they did not have the gadget that was needed for him. And there's going to be written, a wonderful article was written by this man who is Lee, and I'm going to paint him in today. That's Lee by the Sea. And he's going to be right here, and I'll begin with him. And his wonderful wife, his wonderful girlfriend, and her dog is going to be next to him. Okay? So let me begin with them. You know, I planned how to do this, and then I stopped in the middle of the plan and ruined it. Okay, they sent me photographs of how they look, but I don't want to bother with that now, because I want to show you how one begins. That's how the ideas come. You have a dream, and then you have no idea how to go about it. But you do it, and then it happens. So let me begin with Lee.
And let me just say, meanwhile, that Carol Hodkins says, hi, everyone. And Dina Sheldon says, Hetty, you look so beautiful. And Kent Almquist says, hi, Hetty.
From Sweden.
Yes, from Sweden. And Amy Lauren is watching, and Janine says that the sketches are wonderful.
Wonderful. Janine, I have one of you when you wore a mask, and I will give it to you. Okay, let me show you how I begin. Here is Lee with the camera, with the bicycle, and I'm going to begin this way. I'm going to pick this brush, and I'm going to guess what I'm doing, because I don't want to hurt Laser, because he's the reason why we met. See, Kenny, this is in the way.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to move it.
Kenny is trying to adjust new ways for me to work, and he's always succeeded, and he will.
Excuse me, folks, 1 second. I'm just going to move things a little bit so they're not in Hetty's way. How's this, Mom? Sorry, folks.
Can they see me beginning?
Now they can. Yeah, now they can.
Wonderful. At 93, glasses are a definite need. They both are very athletic looking because they bicycle. But you see, this is the fun of being able to work from life, because I drew them, even though they're not yet finished. But because I drew them, I know the way they move. And no photograph can equal sitting next to somebody, talking, See, my hand is trembling. And Kenny is going to see if in some way we can get people who do prosthetics to come here. There was somebody who did something wonderful, but he doesn't do house calls. Oops. And somebody wonderful saw me on the boardwalk doing this and sent Kenny information on this gadget. And Kenny ordered it immediately.
Thank you for the person who
Yes,
suggested it.
which is wonderful because it made us realize it exists. We just have to know how to fasten it. Okay.
Well, we know how to fasten it. It's just not.
No, it doesn't attach.
Mm.
But these people do prosthetics and are awesome. Okay. All I need to do is to get its shape correctly, and then life will be perfect. You know, the joy of art is that it tells you what you need to do. And as you try to do the things that you want to do, if they're wrong, it tells you. Wait, let me just see if this is easier. Yeah.
Are you going to use this, or is it just in your way?
It's in the way right now, but I don't want to stop.
Okay, you continue, and I'm going to move it.
Okay. But it's wonderful. It just, my hand needs to be steady, and it can't be. As a matter of fact, oh, Kenny, you're wonderful. It's nice to have a son in my house. If you're enjoying seeing Kenny's back, Kenny, oh, I love him, thank you. Okay, and where my hand went wild, I have wonderful rags. See, the beauty of oil is you can wipe off and do everything. Yeah, see, now I can lean.
Mm.
If anybody is jealous and wants to do the same thing, do it. Do it. Because even being 93, even a shaky hand is not a problem. Because look, having a son there to help works.
As you're painting, I will tell you that Janine said she would love that, to get that sketch. Robin Lisa said, I thought you were 39, not 93.
You knew me when I was 39.
Amy Lauren says, I need to schedule a visit again soon.
Yes.
And I will. And Martha Bilski is here, and she says, hi, Hetty.
Martha, I need another photo of Kathy, the one where it's full figure, because I can't find it in my computer. And I have it there. Look, Kenny, could you pull over here? That's going to be Kathy.
Gotcha.
And I'm not computer savvy. And I lose things in them. Okay, now.
And Dina says, even though you say your hand may shake, your work is stunning and unbelievable. And Tammy says, this is awesome to watch. And Martha says, hi, Ken. And says, okay, sounds good. Martha will send one. She loves you.
Please.
Mhm.
You know, I went for my dermatologist, who is so much better than the first one I went to, because I had a rash, and it was without good help. But now I have one who is very good, and he's going to give me the name of somebody to help me with the shaking. Oh, this is good.
Bicycle now.
Yep, the bicycle.
Tracy Hepner asks, do you always put the paint colors in the same order on the palette?
Yes. You know why? Because then I know where they are. And I cheated a little bit when I didn't have much paint left. And I put some of them in the wrong place, and it drove me crazy. And so I found out life is much easier if you don't test your brain in the middle of work.
Janine says, this is so unbelievable to watch.
Oh, I'm glad, because it's so unbelievable to do. Think of it. Not only do I have this whole space, but I have the whole idea to be allowed to use. When I used to work on commissions, I remember that I did Fifth Avenue for somebody. And I loved the cars, but I loved the people. And I did have to obey rules because I wanted them to love the painting. So I did. But I decided I would have to do another one where I wanted to do just exactly what I wanted. And I never did.
Tammy says you're street painting without leaving the house. Robin Lisa says this is great.
You're right. No, I don't mean, I'm not trying to say this is great. I'm trying to say it is street painting because I know the people I'm painting, because they posed for me by sitting first. And we talked. And I think, to me, the important thing in life is getting to know the people. And so talking with somebody I'm going to paint is the miracle. Now, watch how easy this is. I realized I have to shrink him. Everything is fine, except if I would be drawing, I wouldn't have had a shaky hand, because I wouldn't do it this way. But because I'm shaking, look how easily I can fix it. Here are going to be the white shoes. Right?
Let me tell you that.
Tell me.
Dory says about the colors and the order of the palette, said, I asked the same question yesterday. And Eileen just complimented me. She said, excellent camera work, Ken. Eileen is a very acclaimed filmmaker
Yes.
and documentarian, so that's like
But
a
here's Eileen.
compliment.
Eileen to be,
That's right. Yes.
and a very dear friend.
And Amy said, Kenny, did you inherit the talent to paint? To which I have to say, no, not really. Carol said, I never get tired of watching you paint.
And she's my neighbor, so she gets to see me.
I can't believe we get to watch you make a bicycle in this session.
Now, how do I begin to shape his face? Very easily. I use whatever color I see, as long as it's dark. And this is not the shape, but you're going to watch him becoming himself, because I have his drawing.
Martha Bilski says, great bike painting. That was my requirement for the Rhode Island School of Design when my mother applied. Draw a bicycle.
Oh, really?
And Marcia says, mesmerizing and relaxing.
What I would like to do, I would like to, when people call in, whom I know very well, I would like to speak of them at the same time, because I want you to get to know who the people are. And if it's people I don't yet know, let's get to know them together. Because if you want to remember, my job in life is to bring peace and to bring people to like each other. And if you don't know each other, what could be a better way than to introduce them as they grow? Right? What I'm doing now is putting things in back of Lee in order to create the shape that I could do so easily with pencil. But with a shaky hand, it's not that easy in oil. I'm outlining him. Now he has a lot of things on his bicycle. So I'll just give shape for the lot of things. He records things when he talks to people, but that he keeps in his pocket. You know, I decided I was doing paintings for Goldman Sachs of their building going up. And it was the most amazing thing because it became an archaeological dig. And I met all the workers and everybody. And I began to realize that there are so many people who know things about everything. And that we just see the finished product. Do you know what I'm doing? I'm more or less outlining the shape. And since I now realize my wheels are not big enough, I just get rid of them. Right? Because as I work, I am short. And if I stand next to Lee, he feels much bigger than this. I am having so much fun.
Could you say something about how you don't get upset when you have to change something, about how you take that so easily?
You mean in this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. It took me a long time because my age is part of why I'm disabled. Because my hand didn't shake this way. And I want to live longer than 93. Right?
Yes.
So I just tell my hand, shake away if you have to. Don't worry. We'll figure it out. Because I have seen people running races on feet which are made of metal.
Dory says there are no strangers, only friends we haven't met yet. And Marion Guastello Kane is watching. Robin Lisa said, I was told that you did something for Long Beach Hospital and it was amazing. And Martha Bilski said, you are amazing.
You know, the funny thing is, all of us are. I've been thinking so much about the fact that now that we hear so much about the universe, look, see, the wheel is going to come. There's so little time left. Impossible. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Just when I'm getting the wheel correctly.
You did so much. Can you leave it for next week? Or is that too much to ask?
No, I definitely will.
Robin Lisa says your birthday is coming up.
Wait, then let me just say one important thing. Kenny and Greg, my wonderful son, and my son-in-law really feels like a son, so I don't like the word son-in-law. It's their anniversary today. And for me, it was one of the greatest gifts when they married. Look at this.
Wow.
See, we don't give up, right?
Tammy said that went fast. And Amy said, let's stay longer. Should we add on another 5 minutes?
For me, I'd love it.
Let's do it.
Is it okay with you, Kenny?
Mm-hmm.
How did it go so quickly? But you see, there is nothing you can't do. There's nothing you can do. Because during this little bit of time, my legs, my arm began to hear me.
Well, let me just tell you that Amy says, no, 10 extra minutes. So can we do 10 extra minutes? I guess if people need to leave, that's fine. But we'll do 10 extra minutes.
It would be up to Kenny, not me.
It's fine. It's fine. Dina says, happy anniversary, Ken and Greg. Yippee. And
Yes.
Robin Lisa says, terrific. Martha says, see you soon. Happy anniversary, Ken and Greg. Dina Sheldon says, yes. Carol says, happy anniversary. Thank you all. Amy perhaps says, happy anniversary. And Tracy and Ed and Eileen says, happy anniversary, Kenela. So much to celebrate. And Eileen has been a part of my life, a friend of mine for,
Yes.
God, I guess almost 50 years.
Yes.
And
But-
Marcia says, happy anniversary, Ken and Greg, with hearts and a rainbow. Robin says 15 extra, but I think we'll stay with 10. She says, happy anniversary.
Okay, and Lee is just getting feet.
Yeah.
Lee, I'm glad you have big feet. And white sneakers.
Dina asks how many years, and we've been married for 7 and together for 14.
And in that period of time, they have given 2 people such joy. And the 2 people are me and Greg's mother, Janine. We ended up having a best friend in each of us. And how many cases of in-laws can you have that happen? Okay, see the arms coming? My arm got better.
Wow.
My arm is...
John Taracusa says, happy anniversary, Ken and Greg. And it's getting near John's anniversary, too.
Happy anniversary. Let me know when so I can wish you that.
Wendell, what's the date of your anniversary? I mean, John, what's the date of yours and Wendell's anniversary? And Dina says Eric was there to celebrate. It's true.
Okay. Lee is just getting his white t-shirt. It won't be white yet, but what joy in doing it. And I promise, when I stop now, I am not going to work on this by myself.
You'll wait for us?
I wait. You know, but my arm got better. I think our bodies listen if they know we're serious. I think sometimes of the racers in the last bit. Look, Lee, you're getting arms now too. I think when you watch their faces in the last bit of a race, suddenly something happens. A last spurt of strength is given.
Amy says, simply incredible, watching that bike and human come into existence. Holly Feynman-Lapinel is watching. Marion Guastello-Kane says, it's so calming to watch you paint, Teddy. And Marcia says, your talent is so amazing. This is the best masterclass ever.
I'm so delighted. And Marcia is one of the reasons, because she told me I should paint on the time, and I didn't know I could. I think all of you at the moment are falling in love with oil. Because look at what I can correct. And now another thing, you are going to be understanding why I say that until something dries, I can't do it.
You are getting explosive, massive amounts of hearts. Holly says, so glad to be a part of history.
Send them back, send the hearts back, because I'm loving your watching. Okay, now I'm going to give myself the real gift. I'm going to use a color which I'm not going to need later, but my arm is steadier and I can outline the body a little more. And I do that by putting dark around him. And the real glory will be when it's all dry and I can give him white hair.
Endless hearts. Endless hearts.
I'll stop when you say I have to.
We have 4 more minutes.
Look at it. If I look happy, I am. You know, one of the greatest joys when you do this is when you allow the paint to get dry enough that you can outline the figure. And it's something to think about, that all of us are built bit by bit from infancy, but mainly in the brain. I'm so glad I'm not a child anymore, because children face so much cruelty from other children, and the other children do not know they're being cruel.
So, Holly says, so glad to be a part of history. Marcia said, that's me, who is giving all of those tremendous amount of hearts. And Robin Lisa said, this is amazing. Tammy sends hearts. And Ed Weedman says, love your cute face when you get so excited, Eddie.
Okay, are you all aware of the fact that whenever you see any work, whether it's the building of a building or the baking of a cake, these are the miracles, that something works because we didn't give up. Oh, I'm so happy you're here. Okay.
If anyone has any last comments, feel free to share them now.
Oh, I'm so happy you're here. Now the bicycle is, this area is so dark, so wet, that I can't do it, but I promise you it'll be a real bicycle eventually.
Martha says, good night all, hugs and kisses. Dina says, you truly enlighten our lives with joy and passion.
I'm so glad. But also know it was Marcia who told me I should try this, and I knew I couldn't. And she was right. And the reason I had such qualms about it is that oil is wet, and Kenny's making signals. I have to say goodbye. I don't know when I've enjoyed a class as much. Thank you.
Eileen says, amazing painting. What a gift to be with you both. Hugs, and it is so mutual.
And what a gift to have you with me, all of you. That's what I missed when I had to stop street painting. The audience.
Marion says, thank you for sharing your time with us. And Carol says, wonderful. And Robin Lisa says, you are TT. Maybe she means you are it. And Marcia says, love you. And Holly says, we all enjoy your live broadcast. And Amy is sending many kisses.
And remember that Dory is putting everything on YouTube. That's a magic thing. Goodbye, everybody. I hate to stop. Maybe I'll continue painting. No, I won't.
And Robin says, you are great.
Look, I'm putting the brush up. Thank you, brushes. Goodbye, Lee. And everybody, 3 cheers for Kenny. And a happy anniversary.